Good afternoon to you. I'm Daniel Woodruff. First today, though, Newsline 9 has learned Congressman Sean Duffy has been told he is not allowed in this year's Labor Day parade in Wausau. Duffy's office received that news earlier this week from parade organizers. His office was also told no Republicans will be allowed this year at all. Now, this parade is sponsored by the Marathon County Labor Council. Duffy's chief of staff released a statement to us today saying, quote, "Having walked in this parade in past years, Congressman Duffy was hoping that for a moment we could set aside our differences and simply have some fun in a family-friendly environment," end quote. Now, we've tried for the past 3 days to contact the parade's organizers for comment, but none of them have returned any of our phone calls or our email messages.
In a little bit, our other big story tonight, Labor Day parade organizers confirm Republicans are not allowed to participate in this year's parade in Wausau. The parade is sponsored by the Marathon County Labor Council. The council president says they chose not to invite elected officials who have, quote, openly attacked workers' rights. He cited the recent collective bargaining battle in Madison, but organizers say the general public is invited to attend. Congressman Sean Duffy's office released a statement in response to this news saying, quote, "Having walked in this parade in the past years, Congressman Duffy was hoping that for a moment we could set our differences aside and simply have some fun in a family-friendly event." And a reaction to this news is blowing up on our Facebook page. Bill writes, "My child needs to march in the high school marching band. My child is also a Republican. Now does she get to march?" Greg says, "Without unions, we'd all be working 7 days a week for a minimum wage." Todd adds, "I'd say boycott the parade. This holiday is for all workers, not just union." And Sarah writes, "Be glad for the job you have, union or non-union." And you can get in on the conversation just like the WAW Newsline 9 page on Facebook.
From WAOW, all your coverage in stunning high definition. Newsline 9 at 10, your trusted resource.
Thanks for joining us. I'm Bonnie Shelton. Our big story tonight, the president of the Labor Council speaks out about the decision to ban Republican politicians from the Labor Day parade in Wausau. Newsline 9's Emily Neubauer has the story and joins us live in the newsroom. Emily.
That's right, Bonnie. Today I talked with Labor Council President Randy Ratke, who says he and council are standing firm in their decision, despite a statement from 7th District Representative Sean Duffy for both parties to set aside their differences on Labor Day.
Labor Day is a national holiday, honoring a hard day's work. But this year, Wausau's annual parade will also reflect the rocky political climate in Wisconsin.
Obviously, you're going to get your bad ones, but I think overwhelmingly it's we have a lot of support.
Marathon County Labor Council President Randy Ratke says after Governor Scott Walker signed a bill stripping most union workers of the right to collectively bargain, the council decided to ban Republican lawmakers who supported the bill from the parade.
The only time they want anything to do with us is 1 day out of the year. You know, 364 days out of the year they attack workers' rights and workers.
Since the announcement, there has been mixed reaction.
I can understand the emotions and why the council would be upset about it, but I don't necessarily agree that them limiting the situation is right.
But the council stands by their decision.
A few name calling, that's not going to deter us. I mean, we believe in what Labor Day is all about, you know, to recognize the achievements of labor.
No Democratic official has pulled out of the parade, and Mayor Tipple is still scheduled to be a part of it. He was not available for comment on Sunday. Ratke says Labor Day is about honoring hard-working people, and in his opinion, Republicans don't represent those values.
There were Republicans that didn't go along with their party and thought it was wrong too. And those, if they were up in our area, we would invite it.
On Saturday, Representative Sean Duffy released a statement saying he hoped that everyone could put aside their differences for a day of family fun, but Ratke disagrees.
It means something to us, I guess. I guess it means more than just a family day. Labor Day was brought about for a reason.
And some people just want to see both parties working together and forget about name-calling and exclusion.
I think that everyone needs to put their party behind them and start looking at the true problems in America.
Now, I asked labor officials if they're worried the decision to leave out Republican lawmakers will harm turnout on September 5th. They say they're confident people will still come to celebrate the holiday. Bonnie.
Thanks for that report, Emily.
Tell Newsline 9 they plan to make a statement in the next few hours on whether they will allow Republicans to participate. That's according to Randy Ratke, the chairman of the Marathon County Labor Council. Of course, Newsline 9 broke the news last week that the Labor Council banned Republicans from walking in its parade this year. The mayor, Jim Tipple, says the city will not support a parade that does not include both parties. Earlier today, we spoke to local political leaders, and they say they're standing by their parties.
To me, the Labor Day Parade has always been inclusive of everyone. It has not discriminated against any group ever before.
They didn't want to have them at their parade. And again, I support their right to make that decision. I support their right to change that decision. Whatever direction they want to take, the Marathon County Democratic Party will support them.
A spokesperson for Republican Congressman Sean Duffy says he will still participate in the Labor Day Parade in Merrill, as well as other local events that he has already planned.
Thanks a lot, Justin. New this morning on Wake Up, the head of the Marathon County Labor Council says Republican lawmakers will be allowed to march in Wausau's Labor Day Parade.
You remember the Labor Council banned those lawmakers for their support of Governor Walker's collective bargaining law. In a statement, Randy Ratke, the Labor Council president, said, "We didn't start this fight in Wisconsin, but we're responding to anti-worker positions and policies supported by local Republican politicians, including those who have complained about not being invited." With the track records that Pam Galloway, Sean Duffy, Scott Walker, and Jerry Petrowski have all put together this year, they should be ashamed to even show their faces at a Labor Day parade. He added, "Just like we'd hoped, our decision has stimulated a great debate in our community about the meaning of Labor Day. But because we don't want to wind up having community groups and school bands affected in the process, we will let everyone march and hope these Republican politicians finally take away some lessons about what Labor Day really means." You can read the entire statement at our web channel, WAOW.com. And now the Republicans are allowed in the parade. We want to know if that changes your mind about going. Head to our Newsline 9 Facebook page and let us know. Several people have left comments already. Joel wrote, "I am against the policies that Duffy, Galloway, and Walker have implemented this year as well. However, I am very thankful that the Labor Council changed their minds." Marilyn wrote, "No, the damage has already been done." Jim told us he was going before. Now he's even more determined to show support of labor. And Matthew says he will stand by his decision to boycott.
Also new
from WAOW, all your coverage in stunning high definition. Newsline 9 at 10, your trusted resource.
Crews work to restore electricity to the few still in the dark after the weekend's severe storms. Plus, the Wausau Parade takes place after weeks of controversy. We have a reaction from those who attended the event. Thanks for joining us this evening. I'm Anna Carrera. The Wausau Labor Day Parade has been at the center of national controversy over whether Republicans could march along the route. We watched with parade goers along 3rd Avenue to see what people thought about leaving the door open for all parties to celebrate the holiday.
Crowds were loud, and many of the signs spoke for themselves. But after weeks of controversy, everyone was allowed to walk in this year's Labor Day Parade in Wausau.
I think it worked out just right. I think they made the statement, got a lot of attention to the purpose of the parade, and let the Republicans walk if they wish.
There was some tension, obviously, in Wisconsin, and it created a little more tension when we were not invited to participate. But now that we're invited, we're excited.
Some people say they didn't appreciate the politics that kept surfacing about the Labor Day event.
I don't follow politics real closely, and I don't really like to get involved in that kind of thing.
Some say instead of getting wrapped up in one side or the other, Monday's parade was a chance to spend time with their family.
I come here with my mom, my dad, my grandma, my cousin, my aunt. Yeah.
We see a lot more people coming out, a lot more families.
My son's going to be in the Wausau East Band, so we want to see him.
For others, the day had even more special meaning.
It's our anniversary.
The Warnickes say they've been coming to the Wausau Parade together since the 1970s and have always enjoyed the family-friendly atmosphere.
If they want to march, it's a free country, you know.
Right.
That's the way I feel about it. We're, you know, everybody's welcome or should be welcome.
Even though the two sides still have a hard time seeing eye to eye, Republicans and Democrats were able to march down 3rd Avenue, representing the beliefs they held to be true.
Because of the recent attention the parade has received, Wausau police say they increased patrols during the event. Authorities told Newsline 9 they staffed more officers on the street, but it wasn't dramatically different than any other year. Instead, they had additional officers on hand just in case any security issues came up.